morning, Madam Liz. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Angelina, the first speaker for the proposition team. The topic of our debate today is why cross-culture management is very important and should be implemented in all companies across all nations. To begin with, what is cross-culture management? Cross-culture management deals intensively with managing people from different cultures and nations. As companies increasingly employ people from different countries, it has become common to see culturally different employees working together in the same workplace. When a firm employs such culturally different people, they must acknowledge that these people have different traditions, customs, languages, and mannerism. The reason for having multicultural staff can be many, but sometimes people across the globe are managed from one head office. So in other cases, such culturally different people may work in the same workplace. And this is why cross-culture management has become necessary in many firms nowadays. And so my first point will be offer equal employment opportunities. So equal employment opportunities refer to the principle of treating all individuals fairly and without discrimination in all aspects of employment, including recruitment, hiring, promotions, training, compensation, and termination. So this means that individuals should be judged solely on their qualifications, skills, and abilities, and not on the basis of their race, their color, their religion, their gender, national origin, age, their disabilities, or any other protected characteristics. So utilizing cross-culture management, which means that you will not tolerate bias in any sort of recruitment, compensation, promotion, termination, or any other process at work. So according to an article that I have found published by Mary Glowacka, she stated that by implementing cross-culture management, you can also set the standard on how your employees should treat one another. For example, avoid bias when promoting employees by looking at past performance reviews to see if certain groups are favored. For example, their nationalities, their genders, their abilities, and also race. So step back and try to root our unintended bias in your future evaluation. And additionally, Forbes also recommended that relying on technology to remove bias in the hiring process to ensure equal opportunities for all employees as a part of your cross-culture management strategy, which helps to generate a diversity-friendly workplace. So for my second point is that address cross-culture conflicts. By addressing cross-culture conflicts, as we know, cross-culture conflicts can arise where individuals from different cultural backgrounds interact with each other and encounter misunderstanding or disagreements to differences in value, norms, communication styles, their behaviors, and so on. So resolving these conflicts require sensitivity, open-mindedness, and effective communication. When employees from diverse cultures work together, there are certain differences in how they communicate and collaborate with one another. These differences amidst the pressure they have brought to them and can potentially develop to work conflicts. So when this occurs, resolve the dispute as soon as possible to prevent damaging consequences, including possible legal action. To effectively address conflict at work, start by trying to understand its root cause and enforce change where needed. Companies should offer, or it's compulsory to offer conflict resolution training that includes cross-culture components and teach conflict resolution techniques that are sensitive to culture differences and promote mutual understanding. For example, either a man or a woman move to a different country and they are from a different nationality, there are some issues that have been countered, such as like insults or threats from other colleagues due to her nationality. So she raises a complaint of racial discrimination in your workplace. So since racial bias triggered this incident, imposing sanction like suspension or dismissal on racist harassment could actually reduce or deter such behavior and avert the problem in the future. So cross-culture management actually help to restore harmony in the workplace so that the company can focus their attention on being productive and meeting the company goals. Thank you.
Hi, good morning to Dr. Liza. So thank you for the proposition team. So for my side is opposition. It seems like you're delivering a speech on cross-culture management in companies. I'm here to explore the opposing viewpoint on this topic. So I will start from my side. What's your mention in your second point, which is address cross-culture conflicts? From my side, I'm not agree with that because it will have the prejudice and racism. Because prejudice refers to the belief, truths, feelings, and attitudes someone holds about a group. A prejudice is not based on experience. Instead, it is a prejudgment originating outside actual experience. A 1970 documentary outside actual experience. A 1970 documentary called "Eye of the Storm" illustrates the way in which prejudice develops. By showing how define one category of people as superior, which is children with blue eyes, results in prejudice against people who are not part of the favored category. Where prejudice is not necessarily specific to race, racism is a stronger type of prejudice used to justify the belief that one racial category is somehow superior or inferior to the others. It is also as a set of practices used by a racial majority to disadvantage a racial minority. So the Ku Klux Klan is an example of racist organization. Its members' belief in white supremacy have encouraged over a century of hate crime and hate speech. Other than that, it's as fears and insecurities about the coronavirus among Americans. So to have attack on Asian Americans, they have been stabbed, beaten, bullied, spit on, pushed, harassed, and vilified based on the false assumption that they are to blame for the spread of COVID-19. So here's the article that I found, which is the rise of anti-Asian hate in the wake of COVID-19 by Jennifer Lee and Monica Yadev in 21 May 2020. So that's my first point. And my second point is geographical distance. In global virtual teams, people don't get the chance to interact and build relationship with each other as in a traditional office environment. And the less you know about people, the less you share information with them. Collaboration within virtual team is therefore more challenging. Groups outside of the head office and can also feel excluded. On the other hand, head office group members might think that other colleges are not contributing. Differences in time zone also can be challenging. Often, if you are not in the headquarters, you are expected to cope with meeting timings that are less convenient. I know of a highly talented woman who left a global senior leadership role because she got tired of having frequent meeting in the night. So the third point is language barriers. So for all teams have a common language, but when some people are more fluent than others, it creates social distance between members in global teams. So people who are less fluent in English, it tend to withdraw from communication, which means the team may not get all the input it needs. Understanding what's said can be challenging if people speak too fast or use too much slang. This also might have an influence on how people's competence and performance are perceived. One of the issues is work for an organization where non-English native speakers felt that their career progression opportunities were not the same as for English native speakers. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, hi, good morning to all honorable speaker. My name is Anis, proposition number 2. So, thank you Mr. Shakir for your statement about the challenge of the cross culture. So, I will give my point to your language barrier. So, language barrier not have the issue with when we do the business in other country, but language barrier have the lot of barriers that which is in do business in our local. So all of us have certain barriers such as perfectionist, prejudice, and stereotype. They obstruct our understanding to other people. Cross-culture training demystifies other culture through presenting them under an objective light. Through learning about other culture, barriers are slowly chipped away to allowing for more open relationship and dialogues. So in order to successfully perform as a cross-culture, manager have the number one to have the strategy to dealing with the issue, the areas as a result of culture difference should be employed. So one of the most important strategy is adaptation. Ignoring our culture difference or not understanding their importance can be helpful. Instead, it's imperative to acknowledge cultural gaps that may exist on the team and figure out ways to work around them. A manager needs to be able to think of creative solution to cultural barriers. So, for be able to think creative solution to culture barriers. For example, if an employee is facing a language barrier, instead of requiring the employee to take formal language lesson, which can be costly and time-consuming, the manager may spend some time costly one-on-one with the employee to get him up to speed on specific business terms used every day in the office. So at Prime Institute, we offer courses on cross-culture communication as part of the cross-culture management masterclass. So in Malaysia, we have to the class and manager or supervisor have to give training to their staff how to make them comfortable to make a business to other country, which is like language barriers or races they have or bias of anything challenging when we do the business in other country. So this course establishes what culture is and how it affects how employees in the workplace make business decisions and deal with alternative figures. Some courses also provide strategy for dealing with common cross-culture problems a manager may face in addition to negotiation skill that manager can use in the workplace. So my point is to supporting NG point about the importance of cross-culture. My first point is discourage unconscious cultural bias. Because in nowadays we have a lot of discrimination doesn't just happen in the hiring and promotion process. We also have the challenges with other country about the bias from other people in our own country. So it also influences your team daily decision even if they don't realize it. For example, 2 or 3 of black HR managers believe black employees are given enough opportunity, but their white colleagues don't see it that way. So the goal then is to reduce. It's not totally eradicate. So bias at work so that everyone gets a fair chance of succeeding. One way to achieve this goal is to increase employee awareness of their own bias by conducting unconscious bias seminars or workshops. You can also set house rules that encourage workers to identify prejudice in the office and find way of addressing it. So culture bias can often go undetected, so leaders of cross-culture management should continuously be looking for ways to eliminate it from their workplace, practice and procedure. So my number 2 point is provide cross-culture training program. Like I say, language barriers have the challenges in local and with the other country. So we as a manager or supervisor for the start our business in other country, we have to manage our staff to face about the how to make a business to other and how to adapt the challenges at themselves. So the more diverse you provide the cross-culture training programs, the more diverse your employees are, the more challenges it can be for them to connect with each other. To tackle this issue, we can invest in cross-culture language training programs, which is equip workers with skills to more effectively interact and collaborate with other cultures. For example, how frank and forthcoming people can be dependent on their culture, and this can be a source of conflict. German tends to be so blunt and straightforward in their communication that it can be taken as rude by America. So who instead can seem to direct to people from Asia or Latin America, where the tendency is to be more indirect and avoid conflict. So conversational topic might be okay in some place, but taboo is others. For example, Chinese people feel comfortable asking questions about someone's salary, wealth, or marital status, which may be unwelcome for American. So there is also a broad spectrum of how people will across different culture. Communication and consensus are dominant in some individual opinions, and intuitive are the norm in others. And a more hierarchical manager-led approach is more favored elsewhere. The work style of each of your employees is likely to be rooted in their culture. So beginning by writing down on the cross-culture factor that are hindering your team from reaching their full potential, you could even ask the employees for feedback and ideas for their adapt the other countries. So then this is training program that can help them overcome those specific constraints. So here I will make the point about the benefit we organization and employees can have when we do the cross culture to manage the employees to adapt in other culture. So number one is enhanced understanding of global market. Cross culture management help individual gain a deeper understanding of different culture and their corresponding market. This can be beneficial for business looking to expand into new international market, as it allows them to tailor their product and service to meet the specific needs and preferences of those markets. And lastly, the benefit is greater adaptability and flexibility. Cross-cultural management encourages the individual to be open-minded and adaptable, which can be beneficial in today's fast-paced and constantly changing global environment. This can lead to greater flexibility in the workplace and the ability to quickly respond to new challenges and opportunities. That's all from me. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, and good morning everyone. Good morning madam, and good morning for all speakers. So thank you Miss Anis about the all benefit and you give me. So you as know, cross-cultural management can negatively affect the workplace if not handled effectively. So when individuals from different culture background come together in work environment, it can lead to various challenges and conflict. And also, I have some potential negative effect, including first point is communication barriers. So language barriers can prevent an effective communication when individuals speak different language or have a variable level of proficiency in shared language. Misunderstanding and are more likely to ensure leading to confusion and potential conflict. And also different culture have different non-verbal such as gesture, facial expression and body language. What is communication approach to or in one culture may be interpreted differently or even official in others. So leading to misunderstanding. Next is culture context in where communication can have a significant impact on the effectiveness. For example, some culture emphasize and upright with other egalitarianism and cooperation. Understanding and negative they're different in two such as cross-cultural communication. And also in high contact culture, most communication is tactic trying having on shared understanding and context. And in low context culture, prefer clear and detailed communication. Conflict may arise where individuals from different contexts interact and misunderstanding to each other. So second point, Miss from my point is conflicting work style, where different culture have different perception of and punctuality. Some culture emphasize such to schedule and deadlines, where other may adapt to more flexible or relaxed approach to time management, and this can lead to frustration and misunderstanding when coordinating tasks and project. And also culture differ to decision making style, with some culture favoring an approach where decide some made by senior leaders, and where other prefer a more precision and consensus-defined process. These differences can lead to conflict when tried to reach decision as one team. And culture can be categorized as individualistic or collectivistic. And in individualistic culture, the individual person goes and achieves when a collective culture, and the interest of the group of poverties. This can lead to the crash in poverty and decision-making process. And next is work ethic and attitude. Through work responsibility can differ between culture. Like example, some culture may emphasize hard work and dedicated, when other provide maintaining and balance between work and personal life. And this different work ethic can lead to conflicting, especially within it in one team. And for third point is stereotype and bias. Stereotype and bias is cross-culture management can significantly impact the dynamic and effective or team made up of the individual from diverse culture background. Besides this, stereotype and influence how management impress and respond to communication from employees of different culture, and this can lead to misunderstanding, preventing effective collaboration. As such, management may judge team members' performance based on culture stereotype rated that objective characters, leading to unfair evaluation and potential discrimination. And also, stereotype and bias can create an environment when individuals from certain culture feel out or isolated, affecting their sense of belonging and engagement in one team. Furthermore, stereotype and the bias can throw among the members, as individuals may feel their contribution and perspective are not evaluated because of their culture individual. This is my point. So thank you.
Hi, I'm the last speaker for the proposition. Speaker 1 and 2 have addressed 5 important points from our side. The first speaker have highlight 2 points, which is offer equal employment opportunities and address cross-cultural conflicts. And our second speaker emphasized 3 points, which is enhanced understanding of global markets, second, greater adaptability, flexibility, and the last one is improve relationship and teamwork. We firmly believe that effective cross-cultural management is essential for the success of any organization operating in global landscape. By acknowledging and addressing cross-cultural conflicts, we can create a more cooperative and cohesive workforce. Furthermore, promoting equal employment opportunities is not only strengthens our commitment to diversity but also harness the wealth of talent and perspective that come with it. And also through proactive cultural awareness, open to dialogue, and the establishment of inclusive policies, we can build a workplace where all employees feel valued and respected, regardless of their culture. And this will ultimately lead to increase their creativity, productivity, and overall success of the organization. And in embracing cross-culture management, we embark on journey towards a more interconnected and understanding world. In conclusion, embracing cross-cultural management is crucial in today's interconnected world. And by addressing conflict, benefits, and also all the point, we can build on inclusive and harmonious workplace that unleashes the full potential of leading to innovation, growth, and success for all.
All right, thank you to all panel, and good morning to Dr. Aliza. Okay, my name is Muhammad Zulkarnain. I'll be the opposition for the third speakers. Okay, based on my colleagues stated according to geographic, language, stereotype and bias. As we all know, that's not the only problem that we are facing. We are also facing a monolingualism, which is stated that one community only speaks one language. Example, like the Japanese people, only 30% they can speak English, the rest 70% they only can speak Japanese. Okay, according to one of the article, Porter, 1972, culture and language is inseparability. Intertwined problems may exist when the native language, cultures and subcultures are totally different. Okay, English, as we all know, English is the international language that used all around the world. But to a certain modern country, they are still under process of learning it. That is the first point. For the second point, cross-culture barriers happen all around the world. Cross-culture communication refers to communication between people that have a different, one side have a different language, and from one side they have a different language. It also involves age, nationality, ethnicity, race, gender and culture. That is the second point. And the third point is ethnocentrism. A tendency to criticize other group based on their own standard and ideals. This is a judgment that we can see happen through the American, whereby for them, they assume that they are better compared to the African people. Cross-culture, like I said just now, like I mentioned just now, cross-culture happens around the world. As we all know, cross means divert from one side to another. Culture is something that already blend in our lifestyle for so many years. Example, like for the Japanese, they tend to work hard compared to other country, even though Malaysia and Japan are from the same Southeast Asia. So for me, cross-culture is not a negative as a solution. Cross-culture communication is not a negative or positive, but it happened all around us. We cannot expect something perfect from everybody, and cross-culture also something that we need to bear or deal with it. We need to learn from other people as well. So that will be my final point, and thank you so much.